Are you freaking kidding me? Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Attack on Titan Season 3, Episode 20. And last episode, Armin is awake. Armin, oh my gosh. Armin is awake. And they had to tell him everything that happened, and he is now a Titan, and they chose him over Irvin. And then they got to the basement and they found this notebook with a photograph of who was it? Oh, I know there was a man, there was a woman that was sitting down, and there was another child. Whatever. But Grisha was like, okay, they lived in a society where, in an advanced society and everything, outside the walls. And then they showed us Grisha as he was a little kid with his sister, and they were also living inside some kind of walls too, and they had airships. And then he took his little sister and headed outside the walls, and then he's like, well, he saw there, like, changed everything. So I hope they're gonna continue with that and tell us the story of exactly what happened. And yeah, so that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys have a reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/FairyMini. So let's start this episode, and here we go. Okay guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comment in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review. They have cars and stuff. This truth is not gonna be good. That day, episode 57. Attack on Titan, episode 57. Devil blood. Eldians? There goes the airship. Isn't that thing too small to house the big airship? So does the airship back up before leaving? Huh? I think I remember this episode or something about this episode. Are you actually gonna bring her home, or are you gonna do something to her? I feel like I remember this. I think I was watching my brothers watch this episode or something. He killed her? Ymir? Huh? Bro, I cannot assimilate this. What the heck? I have to go back. Is that the wall Maria Rosencina? That was like way too much information. I'm gonna have to go back. Shift us to paradise. Bruh, so much stuff. My brain is on overload. My brain is on overload. Are you freaking kidding me? Yo, is this Zeke the same Zeke as the Bistan? Oh, he has royal blood inside of him. What the freak? I am so confused. Like, for real, my brain is like on overload. What the heck? I remember this. I knew I saw this episode before. They're gonna be injecting people and pushing them over the wall. They got his hand off. They got his hand off. If I remember properly, I think this is the guy that's gonna be sticking the needle into the other dude, the fat dude, and pushing him over the edge. Oh, he's the one. I remember, yeah. And I remember being so happy when they pushed him in over the edge. Gross. That name fits him so well. freak. Is he owl? It's only because I wanted to do to her hair. No, that can't be right, right? And mommy says, is she? Is she the one that ate Aaron's mom? I remember this and I felt so happy when they pushed him off. Go, go get in. Go get in. Didn't you say that you were ready for whenever the time came for you? The time is now. Eat him. Oh, I knew it. What the freaking frag? What the freaking frag? Oh my gosh. Yo, I am so gonna go back. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my gosh, I spent about as much time as I spent the first time around just going through this episode, man. Because, like I said, there was so much information that was like dumped on me, and I'm like, how am I supposed to process all of this? So now I went back through the episode and I tried to write things down and try to make sense of what the heck happened. So apparently, 1820 years ago, Emir Fritz. When they said Emir, I'm like, huh? So does she, this Emir person, Emir Fritz, does she have anything to do with our Emir? Is she like a descendant of that Emir? So is Emir also like a royal bloodline type of person? You know? I don't know. But they said this Emir Fritz made a contract with the devil of all earth. to obtain the power of the Titans. And then, when she died or something, what the heck is it? When she died, her spirit split into 9 Titans, and then they formed the Eldian Empire. And then, well, this story is based on what the Marleyans are saying about the Eldians, people that are living on the continent. This is a story that they told them to sort of like subjugate them. So they said that this Titan made a contract with this devil, and then it's an Emir Fritz. She wasn't a Titan yet, so she made a contract with this devil to obtain the power of the Titans. And then when she died, her spirit was sort of like split into 9 Titans, and these 9 Titans formed the Eldian Empire. And then the Eldian Empire considered other species or whatever to be inferior to them or something, and they were mating with those species to sort of like what am I don't know, sort of like increase their ranks, whatever, man. And then they were doing all of this, and then the Eldian Empire defeated the Marley country, whatever empire, and then took over them, right? And then some years later, the Marleyans were able to take control of 7 of the 9, right? And then there was this Great Titan War where the Marleyans won. And then it was during this war that the king of the Eldian king fled the continent and then went to this little island called Paradis. What the heck? Okay, they said the Eldian king erected 3 walls on the island of Paradis. Paradis, Paradis is in it's like paradise in French. So, and then the king went to the island of Paradis and then erected these 3 walls. So I'm assuming the 3 walls that they're talking about is Wall Maria, Rose, and Shina, and then the island of Paradis is where we actually started the anime. That's the island of Paradis, and then the Eldian king went there and he erected these 3 walls, and he had the founding Titan power with him and stuff like that. And then he left all the other Eldians, whatever, under the rules of the Marleyans. And it's because of that the Marleyans are mistreating them, because they felt like since they also mistreated their people for some time now, and now that they took over, their ancestors committed sins, so now they're sort of like being punished by being enclosed into this camp where they're not allowed to live. And if you leave, you better have some kind of band on you so that they can identify you as being an Eldian, right? And if you leave the camp and you don't have like a permit to leave, you can either get bitten or you can get to do some labor. So when Grisha and when him and his sister, when they left, they didn't have a permit. So what was the dude's name? Kruger. So Kruger asked Grisha if he wanted the beating or if he wanted labor, and he said he wanted the beating. And then Gross, that name fit him so well. Like, he took that little girl away, and then he had his son's dog tear her apart, like for real. So he killed her and go back to the house, and it's like he made it seem like he had nothing to do with it. But Grisha already knew that he was lying. So so much. Okay, so they are now mistreating these Eldians because they have sort of like this blood in them that when you give them the serum, they turn into Titans. So does that mean that not everyone can turn into Titan if you're not actually like descendant of the of Ymir Fritz? Like if you're not part of that lineage and you don't have that blood in you, does that mean that even if they give you the serum, you're not gonna turn? That's what it seems like, right? And then after Grisha learned the truth of how his sister died, and he learned that truth from this person called Grice, then he joined the restorationists because they wanted to restore Eldia to what it used to be, right? And then as Grisha was doing some kind of research or whatever, he's like the founding time that Ymir was actually built all these bridges and roads and stuff. It was actually helping people on the continent. That's what he said. And that the Marleyans sort of like twisted their history to sort of like justify the way they were treating the Eldians, and the Eldians didn't know any better, seems like. Okay. So when the Eldian king fled to... Bruh, turn down your volume.
Yes.
Hey, can you turn down your volume a little bit? I'm recording stuff.
No.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, so when the king left to go to the island of Paradise, and then he erected the 3 walls, and then he took the founding Thanos power with him, which is the power to control Thanos, right? Like the coordinates that Eren has now. So he took that with him, and then Dina Fritz was the only royal bloodline person that remained on the continent, right? And because they are privy to, the knowledge of the founding Thanos and all that, she gave that knowledge to Grisha and the restorationist and the owl. Give them the information. So they're like, okay, we need to get... No, wait. Oh yeah, and then they're like, they asked her the question that if the king had the power to control the Titans, then why did he leave the continent to go to Paradise? And then she's like, because he wanted to avoid conflict or something or other. He refused to fight, so he left the Eldians and everybody else there, and then he went onto that island by himself, and I guess a few of his people, but I don't know. He went there and left them behind. And then the Marleyans now want to find 9 person to... That's also what's confusing to me. They said the Marley wants vessels for the 9 times. And the reason why they wanted that was because there's some fossil fuels on the island of Paradise, and because that island is sort of like in control of the king and the founding times power and all that, they also wanted, I guess, vessels for these 9 tons, so that when they actually attack Paradise, the island of Paradise, they can, take control over it, so that they can have the fossil fuel for themselves or something or other. My thing is, during the Great War or whatever, okay, they say Ymir, like, her spirit was sent to like 9 times, right? And then they took control of 7 of them. So why do they want vessels for 9 times when they only took control of 7? Where did the other 2 come from? Is there two person over there on Paradise? Clearly, the Fountain's power is over there, so that's one more. And if they have 7 more here, then where's the ninth one coming from? I don't know. So they wanted that, and then Grisha decided that he was gonna make Zeke. Oh my freaking gosh, Zeke is his son? Are you kidding me? I'm like, when Zeke found Eren, and he's like, "Are you Eren? Grisha lied to both of us or something like that." I'm like, he's like, "I'm gonna come back and save you." I'm like, what does that mean? And it turns out that Zeke is Grisha's son with Dina, who turned out to be the Titan that ate Eren's mom. Like, are you kidding me? What the heck is this? Like, what the heck is this? And then when they injected her, and she's like, "No matter what form I take, I'm gonna find a way to come to you, get to you or something or other, no matter what form I am." And then she wound up to be the one that she just pulled toward where Grisha lives now or something, and that's why she came there and wound up eating Eren's mom. What the freak? Oh my goodness. So Grisha's like, he's gonna have Zeke become one of the Marleyan warriors or something. So he pushed them to do whatever it is that the Marleyans wanted. It seems like I might maybe not totally followed what he said, but it seems like he wasn't considering Zeke as, he wasn't looking at Zeke as his son. He was looking at him as their salvation or something, the one that's gonna save them or something or other. But then Zeke turned against them. What pushed him to do that though? Like, I guess Zeke was... I'm confused. When did Zeke used to believe everything that the Marleyans were saying about their history and stuff? And then when Grisha told him to sort of like betray them, he didn't want to do that? Or was Zeke also believing the story that Grisha and Dinah and the Restorationists, like their story, has he been believing that? And then when his father told him to do everything that the Marleyans are saying or whatever, like, I'm confused. But the point is that he betrayed his father. He turned on him, and they're like, he preferred to protect himself and his grandparents. His grandparents meaning Grisha's father and mother. And there was this third person behind him. I don't know who that was. That person looked like he was some kind of doctor or something. I don't know who the third person was. But yeah, he turned on them. The fact that he decided to save the grandparents, that means that he actually believes the story of the Marleyan story about the Eldians and stuff, and that maybe he also, just like how the grandpa, even though they told Grisha told him how his daughter died, he was still like, we deserved it, we shouldn't make any waves, we should just go along with whatever was happening. Is that how Zeke also was thinking about it, and that's why he betrayed his father? But the fact is, he betrayed them, and then yeah, they were captured, they were tortured, they lost their hands, And now they were injecting them with the serum to turn them. And then the first person, Grace, they just pushed them down there and then just let him go straight, so that when they turn the others into 10, they can just follow him also there. Then they turned Dinah into 10. And then Dinah went to Shikashina and went and ate Aaron's mom. Like, I'm still like, did they kill Dinah? I don't remember Dinah dying. Like the time that actually ate Aaron's mom, Carla, didn't show us. Oh no, how could I have forgotten this? She's the one that actually ate why am I blanking on the name? Hannes. She's the one that ate Hannes, and then Aaron used the power of to control the time, the coordinates, whatever, to kill her. What the freakity frag? This thing is so. My mind cannot process all of this. I feel like I need to sit and just, I don't know. So, did they also mention something? See, I'm also confused about that. When they captured Grisha and the others, and they took them to this, they said the penal colony of Eldia traders or something, Paradise Island. Is this Paradise Island different than the Paradise Island that the king of Eldia went to and erected the 3 walls? Is it different? Must be different, right? So why are they calling both of them Paradise Island? That doesn't make any sense to me. Are there 2 Paradise Islands? The one where there's fossil fuel, and then the Elden King and the 3 walls are, which like I said, I'm assuming is Maria, Rose, and Shigashina, and Sina. And then there's the penal colony or whatever of the Eldian traders called Paradise Island. So there's 2 different Paradise Islands. She's I promise I'll find you no matter what form I take. I promise I'll find you. You found his house. You found his wife. You ate his wife, and then you ate his friend, and then his son wound up killing you. Oh my gosh! What the heck? I feel like that's the most like. Like, I never saw that coming. How could I possibly believe? So it's like Zeke's mom killed Aaron's mom. What the heck? Yo, I hope I'm right about this and that I'm not just imagining stuff. Like, it was her, right? What the freak? I can't be mistaken about her. It is her. Okay. So there's that. And then they're like, they wanted to infiltrate. The Marleyans wanted to infiltrate the Paradise, the king of Eldians and the walls and all that. They wanted to infiltrate that and get the Founding Times power. And we know that ever since this anime started, like Reiner and Bertolt and all the others, they've been after the coordinates. So, are they part of the 9 vessels or whatever that the Marleyan whatever government wanted, and they sent them there to get they sent them to infiltrate? owls and all that, so that they can get the Founding Titan's power and then bring it back to the Marleyans so that they can destroy everything. Is that what it means? And then the fact that, just thinking back to last episode when Armin woke up and before he woke up, he had this dream of, Bertolt crying, saying it hurts. Since these people are sort of like turning people into times against their will or whatever, maybe he didn't want to do this or something. Maybe they think that if they're able to crush all the walls and get the Fountain's power back, that their suffering over there on the continent is gonna stop. Even though this still like revealed a lot of stuff, I'm still like confused about what they are exactly trying to do. People, I feel like I've talked so much about this and I'm still not fully grasping it. What does Ymir have to do with this? We haven't seen Ymir in such a long time. What does she have to do with? Does she have royal blood in her? I know she said at one point during whatever episode that she felt like her and Krista Historia were the same. So does she mean like that? Like the fact that she's also royal? She also has royal blood running through her veins? Is that what she means? And also Zeke also has royal blood running through his veins? So if he gets only royal blood can have the power of the Titans and the coordinates. I'm so messed up in my mind right now. Only a royal bloodline can control, mess with your memories and stuff. And also, if he was to eat Eren, then he would have the power to control Thanos, because he has royal bloodline in him. But then, is he gonna be eating Eren? I guess I'm still confused. How does the royal bloodline thing work? I know if you're royal bloodline, then you can erase stuff, control your memories, erase stuff, make you believe whatever it is that they want you to believe. And then there's the coordinates that allows them to control the Titans. And Eren has the Founding Titan's power now, right? But because he's not of royal blood, he can't actually mess with your memories. But if Zeke, who's not of a royal blood, were to eat Eren, then he would have the coordinates, and then he would have the power to mess with your memories. Either way, he's not gonna get. Eren is like the main character of this show, so clearly he's not gonna die. So he's not gonna get to do that. I don't know. You know what? I'm just gonna stop here because I feel like my mind is like on overload and I'm trying to sort through a bunch of stuff that I'm not able to do at this particular moment. So, thank you guys for watching. And if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. And if you want to see the next episode right now, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/philomini. You can also see the full info of this reaction there as well. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
が宿命の日や